So this is 3081 South Joplin Court for 520 grand. Nice, quiet, residential neighborhood. My best friend and business partner in weed biz lives 2 doors down, so I know the neighborhood pretty well. It's nice and quiet. The appliances are new, though it definitely looks like they got dent and ding stuff. The dishwasher in particular is pretty dented up. The other two look real nice. Solar City. So that's the Elon Musk solar company where the panels are rented, usually like a 20-year lease. So it'll still save you money compared to using regular electricity, but not tons. But the upside is you don't have to do any of the maintenance on the panels. Solar City does. This is what would be the entrance to the Airbnb basement. And there's, hard to see, but over there's like a chain fenced gate to get in, walkway. That actually goes into the garage. So guests would come in through here, 2-car garage. Enter this way, and then there's a door you could put a lock on for the upstairs. This bedroom's a decent size for a second bedroom. This one's pretty small, but doable, or would make a great office. This one's the master. Decent size. I mean, you could fit a king in here, but it'd be kind of tight. And this one has its own little bathroom. The stairs going down here are very steep, and this is more narrow than standard. I mean, this is maybe 2 or 2.5 feet wide. This area has no window, but I don't know, a little bit of drywall on the door, and this becomes a 3rd bedroom in the basement, and would be by far the largest bedroom down here. This would be a good sized bedroom. Just has no window. Mechanical room and laundry. Both of these seem functioning fine, but on the older side. Very 70s, but I think it looks fucking cool. This fridge is 1,000,000 years old, but it seems to work. We'll get into this in a sec. Let's check out the bedrooms first. So these are the 2 bedrooms. They're small. I mean, this is probably 10 by 10 or something. I mean, it's a small bedroom. About the same size, small. Does not have egress windows, just has the small basement windows. Bathroom's definitely done very recently. It's very nice. So yeah, I mean, there's no sink here, and there's no stove. So you'd have to spend some money, but I think doable. I mean, obviously, we'd have to get a plumber in here and stuff, not me, but the hardest part is, how do you find this tile flooring again if you have to cut through it to run a sewer line? But I think what you do is, this area behind the furnace and the water heater is unusually large. And you can't, I don't know if you can see it if it's dark, but right down there, there's a drain. So, I mean, theoretically, I think you could just cut a line right here and tie into that drain that's on the other side, put a sink, here or something. And then for the water in, you'll notice these studs do run this way. So presuming they run that way through the whole basement, you'd have a clean shot. I mean, you just bring water right up from here in the ceiling, across, drop it in, now it's in your sink. So maybe you just put the sink here so it's easier or something. And then what you do about a stove, I don't know, maybe you do a hot plate, you do a kitchenette or something, or you drop a stove in over here, which this is the front of the house. So if you wanted to have it vented properly, you could certainly drop an oven and a stove here, bang a hole onto the outside of the house right there, and then just sort of, reconfigure access to this pantry / closet, because now the stove, stove's gonna come out to like here or something. And again, this works, but maybe you replace it with another cheapo fridge. I don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to just guess without a plumber or a contractor here, but I tend to think you could get all this done for less than 10 grand for sure. You're just cutting a sewer line here, having them run water into it here, buy a sink, the plumbing to connect the sink, buy a new stove, buy a new fridge. Maybe you could even get cheapo stuff and do it for 5-ish. But I think 10 for sure gets it done. Maybe even including drywalling this and putting a door in or something. We might have to talk about what's not going to cause a liability issue in case of a fire and how to do that with no window. I don't know. This might be a better shot of how steep these stairs are. And then I'll just point out one last thing, which is, I think one cool thing, even though no matter what, Airbnb guests have to go through your garage to get in, I think for not a crazy expense, I mean, we could probably put in just like a fence that connects here right up to the sunroom. And then there's your access for the Airbnb. They have their own private gate They go in this way. You can even put a gate on their little gate so they have access to the backyard at large. But then, you know, if you do that, you don't have to worry about the dogs being outside when guests arrive, because they can just come in whenever. And it's got a separate, you know, walkway area from where the dogs would be running around. And look at that, Dean. In Colorado, you got boats calling you, man.